those 4 quadrants. Now, just to make life interesting, we're going to have an extensor carpi radialis, longus, and brevis. So elbow position is going to matter for us because longus is going to cross the elbow and brevis is not. Okay, but let's go ahead and start with the flexors. The one thing that came up with a group that I think was really important that I didn't mention, when you're testing extensor digitorum, your fingers are relaxed. You don't have your fingers straight because what you're doing is you're putting the extensor digitorum on too much slack, okay, because now it's shortened across all of those fingers and you're going to be weaker than if you allow your fingers to be bent, okay? So for extensor digitorum, make sure that your fingers are relaxed. All right, so we're going back to flexors. We're gonna flip on over. I'm gonna have you just relax your hand for me. Now what I want you to do is bring your wrist up and we'll go towards your pinky. There you go. Very nice range of motion. Now, for these, so I'm always testing full range of motion first. He has it. We're going to test this in a shortened position, so hold it there. Don't let me pull you out. I am not applying resistance. Oh my gosh, my back is tight from pulling on you so hard. And relax, because I can't talk and resist you. What we're doing here is we're applying resistance in the palm, not on the fingers, because then we're testing the finger muscles, so you want to make sure you're down on the palm. Okay, so now we're going to do flexor radialis. So I'm going to have you bend and then go towards your, keep your forearm down. There you go. And now go towards your thumb. No, really, go towards, no, just kidding. So when I'm pulling, I'm really pulling at that angle as well. Okay, so I'm pulling both, I'm resisting both radial deviation and flexion. Okay, now for palmaris longus, not all of you will have a palmaris longus. Did you do that test in class? You know who you are. So you're going to go ahead and bring your thumb and pinky together, and then you're going to flex your wrist. I don't know, Preston.
Maybe not. Well, we can do this one.
Okay. So in that position, so I'm going to have you flex your wrist just a little bit more. There you go. Okay, now hold it there. Don't let me pull you down. So I'm now pulling him into extension, and I'm trying to separate his thenar and hypothenar eminence. And relax. Okay? Everyone good with that? I will stay with this one. So we did flexor carpi radialis, we did flexor carpi ulnaris, we did palmaris longus, right? So now we're going to go into the extensors. So I'm going to flip you over here. Again, I'd like you to keep your fingers loose. You can have them bent a little bit if you want. We're going to start with extensor carpi ulnaris. So, yep, and then go out towards your pinky. There you go. Hold it there. And relax. Good. Okay, so now in this position of his elbow, we're going to be testing both his flexor carpi radialis longus and brevis. Right? So we're going to have you go ahead and come up and go towards your thumb. Hold it there. Don't let me pull it down. And relax. Now so I've already told you we're going to get rid of longus. What do you think we can do to shorten his longus and test only his brevis?
Bend his elbow first.
Yeah, we're going to bend his elbow. So Preston, I'm going to have you face them. And what I'm going to have you do is keep your forearm down on the table. And I'm going to have you lean forward into it. So do you see how that's how I'm getting the maximal elbow flexion? Now I'm going to have you come up with your wrist and towards your, there you go. And then hold it there. And there's a difference there. So Michael, when you test him, you can tell the difference between when his elbow is straight or only slightly bent versus when it's maximally bent. Okay? Is that it? Yeah, I got that one. Extensor carpi ulnaris? Yeah, I started with that one. I think we're done.